Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook Live, my Creative Escape. And today we are sharing a project, 4 projects. It's my birthday, part of my birthday card classes. Please say hi to me. I hope everything, you can hear me and there's no issues there. I think it's okay, but I just say hi back to me and let me know that everything is going well. I hope you have had a good day and you are having a good week. I am sorry I didn't come to you live last week. I was quite unwell and I thought, oh, maybe I can do it on the weekend. But as you can hear from my voice, it's still not 100%. So I'm still on the mend. So let me introduce myself, which I forgot to do. My name is Rochelle Laird-Smith, and I'm from Stamping Flair. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Melbourne. So it's really good to see you. Thanks for joining me. If you are watching on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe, and that just helps with you getting all the notifications as well and finding out when I go live. So today I've got some cute projects, some of our stamp sets, and I'm even using probably a stamp set I haven't used. I've used 1 sentiment out of it, but thought I'll crack that open, and that's been there a while. So some of our cuter stamp sets, thank you so much. It's good to be back by my husky voice, but I'm getting there. So I'll be using some Sale-A-Bration products and some of our regular annual catalog products, some from our mini catalog products. Just so you know, you can get the make and takes for this class when you place an order of $90 during this week before Sunday. So when you place an order of $90, you will get the make and take. So that includes your die cut pieces of, I've got an extra envelope there. So 4 cards, card bases, die cut, cardstock, designer series paper, embellishments, ribbons. You'll get all of that. It'll be packaged like this. You'll get everything included in an order of $90. I will send the card kits to you. You will not get, of course, stamps, images, but you can substitute with what you've got, or you can use or you can purchase the stamp sets. Orders of $150 are also going to get a pack of these embellishments, which I'll be using in class today. They are called the Opaque Adhesive Backed Gems. They are from our mini catalog. So you'll get a full pack of them when your order hits $150 before, so you can order by end of day Sunday. Make sure you use the host code, and you will also be eligible for a Sale-A-Bration reward when your order is $90 as well. So just bear with me while I change cameras, and I also just move my computer. So I've changed my desk around a bit, and I think there's just a bit of a better layout, but it does mean I have to jig during live. It's a learning curve. Okay. Otherwise, you see my camera, my phone right in my face when I'm front on, and that's not the greatest. It's a bit annoying. So if you haven't checked out the Sale-A-Bration rewards, they have been up. So apart from the little book or the initial rewards we had, there were some extra products added. So from our regular line, so you've got the kindness cards kit, the Let's Party treat boxes. It's a kit. Some ribbon, frayed ribbon roll, some punches. We're going to be using the Songbird Builder punch today. The Into the Clouds embossing folder. I actually ordered that for free. I didn't have that, so in my last order, I snagged that. The Hive embossing folder. The Loveliest Layers decorating mask. Enjoy the Journey designer series paper. That's actually from the mini catalog. And the Eden's Garden bundle. I've had 2 people get this for free this week. So There's some really good deals there for Sale-A-Bration. So for our first card, excuse me, I am going to be using the Party Puffin set. Now this one's been there a while, and you may have it already, you may not. I've had it, I kind of didn't get it at the start, and then I saw some really cute things done with it. And of course I got it, and all I've used so far is the happy birthday, the sentiment. And I thought, okay, it's high time I use the rest of it. And aren't they cute images? They're really fun. And so going with our birthday theme, I thought I'll use this little guy. Today's cards are quite quick cards. I wanted to give you some really quick and easy cards that you can create speedily and make multiples of. I mean, I'll show you some extra bits and things you can add and bump it up and fancy it up extra, but I'll also show you how you can just make it just very quick. So I've done some die cutting prior to the class. This is a stitch rectangle die, and I've got my Stamparatus. Now I'm bringing the Stamparatus because I found that this stamp set, I could, the image was, when I stamped it, it was the black wasn't working as best I wanted. I wanted to be able to stamp it several times and get a really dark image. So having the Stamparatus, this is our stamp positioning tool. If you haven't seen this one before, it comes with 2 plates and 2 magnets. So I've just pulled the other one off. So in essence, you get 4 sides. So 1, 2, and then the other plate. So normally you would bump this piece to this side, but I'm just putting it here because I've already cut it out. You will get the die cut piece in your pack. When you order $90, you'll get the kit. I will give you that die cut piece in your pack. So pick up your image, and then just to help you ink it up, just place a stamp case or something underneath just to give you an even surface. I just normally hold it, but that just gives you an even surface to hold on to and ink it up. When I stamped the first time, I found it just was not as dark as I wanted it. And so by doing this, I was able to go over and over and get a really nice puffin bird, really. And you can see those, if I bring it up close, you can see how it's just got a bit of that white space through that. And I'm going to re-ink that. Oops, re-ink that. And you just go over that. And if you want to put some pressure on yourself using your hand, I sometimes just use a block like that, because our blocks have that nice beveled edge around. So it gives you a grip to hold on to. Now you're seeing it's getting nice and dark there. I'm just going to see whether I can get some ink there. And I will do it just one more time on that edge. And you can see the difference in that puffin bird there, how it's changing the depth of that color. I'll bring that up. See how much better that is? Like it just makes it more brighter and defined. So that's one thing, this like one of the advantages or one of the benefits of the Stamparatus. And there's other ways to use it, but that's like one of which I find is really good. You know what I was looking for? I'm looking for the stamp set, and here it is under my stamp apparatus. So now we're going to be just coloring our puffin, and it's just very simple coloring with stamping blends. I'm going to be using just 2 colors. I'm using Daffodil Delight, the dark. So it's not really much, and Dark Pool Party, so not a lot of no shading or anything like that. I said it's going to be quick cuts today. Of course, knowing me, I'd probably fiddle with it, but you can opt out with the fiddling. And okay, I'm going to change that up. That wasn't my original plan, but that's okay. So I wanted it in Pool Party. And then we will color the party hat. And that's all it really needs. Now I've got a Pool Party card base. And a piece of the Daydream. No, it's not Daydream Medallion. That was a die set we had some time ago, or a stamp set we had. Designer Daydream. That's the Host paper in the annual catalog. That's a huge pack, 12 by 12 you get. And that's a bit, got like fun shades. So that's the other side. I want to use that nice stripy one. And then I've also, die cut this, as I said, with the deckled rectangle. I've got a piece of basic white, just a matching layer. And a brand new glue, which I haven't opened yet. I picked it up before the class because my glues were getting a bit sad. And I was getting sick of shaking. And I thought, no, for my live, I'm going to get a new glue. I'll reward myself with a new glue. Every order I place, it's always good to have a couple of backups. So glue, dimensionals. No, I don't want to glue that. Just leave that aside. How do we? Let me get some tissues. I wasn't planning to glue that. I want to add some ribbon. If we get it in time, don't worry about me. We'll stick this down. This is what I wanted to just lightly stick down. Just some glue. But I want to add some ribbon to that piece before I stick it down. All right. Now we'll get some tear and tape. Hi, Krista. Great to see you here. Thanks for joining me today. Today's been a funny day. Like, it's my day off, most of you know. But it's like one of those days I feel like I've done nothing, but I've been running around. Like, do you have days like that? Like, I've done stuff, but like it feels like I've done nothing. So this ribbon is petal pink. It's called soft polyester ribbon. It's 1 centimeter wide. And I'm just going to add it like that. So it goes over. So that, and while our dog goes nuts, I don't know what he's barking at, but anyway. And now we will glue that. I just want to make sure it's nice and taut at the front. And that's still pretty sticky, and it should, I don't need to put much. I always check that that card is opening the right way, because guaranteed if I don't, it'll be upside down or something. Now we'll put some dimensionals on our little bird. Looks like a penguin a little bit. Just gonna add that at an angle. Now just use some a little bit of scrap. When you cut your edges of your card mats, you'll get little bits of scrap. You can use that, but I will give you everything. Just something like this, right? We'll take a happy birthday. And I'll do that in pool party. You could do it in rich razzleberry or something, just to be just something different. Chris said the dog wants to come and craft with us. Yeah, that's it. He's huge. He's a bull Arab. He's like this lanky thing. It's like a bull in a china shop when he comes in. So I will just cut that down, and we'll keep a bit of a gap there because I'll make a banner out of that. Might make it a bit thinner, narrower, I should say. If you've been, I would have thought, oh, I cut the sentiment off. No. If you've been following my blog, today I've been busy. Like it's been overload on inspiration there. So I had one this morning at 3:30. I wasn't up. Sometimes I'm up that time, but no, I wasn't up at 3:30 this morning. But it was a Technique Tuesday blog hop. We were sharing inspiration with what was it, masking. So it started off there. Then I've just done a one at 7 with I was guest designer for color inspiration and challenges, and I have done one with the color palette challenge, so check that out. I used the Summer Shadows stamp set and dies, a bit of one of our older sets, and sometimes I feel that it's nice to give some of our older sets a bit of love, because we get our new sets and sometimes they get left alone and we forget about them. It's easy because there's so much stuff. So I gave it that. And then at 9, there's another one going on, another blog hop. We are sharing this, it's embossing, all about embossing. So there's going to be some fabulous projects there, I just know. So you want to go check that out because you've got so many variations on embossing. So I've stamped that in Pool Party. I'm just going to angle it. I'm having it parallel to the that die cut which I've got. Otherwise, sometimes it's hard. You've got so many angles kind of going on, and you go, where do I put it? Have it at least like balancing out others. And now I will tie a bow with this same ribbon. it has a feel of like a velvety feel, this ribbon. I'm not much of a fabric, like my knowledge is not great, but that's what it feels like to me. It's not, but and you will get all this in your kit. Just sent out last month's kits and customer appreciation on the packs, and get some sample goodies in that when you order with me. So I try to give like a theme. Sometimes once I had autumn and all autumn embellishments and colors and just a bit of fun. So you get to craft with some things and try out some things. So we've got these embellishments. Now, I like anything that has like some white in it. So it gives you an option to color it if there's nothing to match, right? So I'm kind of thinking I will go with maybe either a yellow, because we already used yellow and you would already have that, or you could do a blue. We are a bit heavy on the yellow, so maybe, see, this is what happens when you actually do the card. You go, okay, maybe I'll change my mind. So I might go with the pool party, and I will just take the brush side, and so you could put any of those colors, and this is what you can match with any of your projects. My pool party is a bit light, but you can leave it and then go again, and it just tints it enough to give you a bit of coordination. So like I always say, if you have to pick and you can't obviously get everything, select something with white or white ribbon, or just gives you some options to change that color. So let's use our Take Your Pick tool. This tool has like some putty on one side, and it comes with other inserts as well. So you can, it just helps you picking up all sequins and fiddly things. It's a miracle I actually have it. I always can't find it during my lives. So that's that. And I always say let's do our envelopes and our inside of the card. Now, when you have like, so this pack comes with like a ton of paper. I know it, and this would make great scrapbook pages. I know we love our paper, but just use it up. This sort of thing, it just makes your card look so much better, and just not that it just makes it like complete, adding a bit of paper on the envelope, and it also uses it up and takes it out of your stash, because we all have like heaps of paper. And it just looks nice. It doesn't take long to do either. So like that, it just has a nice look. What I might do, as I'm looking at this little guy, I think I might just stamp his little party hat and put it on the inside, because I think that's quite cute. And we can just fussy cut it instead of stamping the entire image, but it adds that little bit of coordination. I missed my other little polka dot. Please ask me any questions you have. I'm happy to help you. I've got paper shares at the moment, so if you're after like all the papers in the mini catalog, I'll put the link up again. I'm taking registration for my second offering of that. The first offering went out closed it in January, and this is the second offering. And I realized sometimes in January everyone's got expenses and there's just so much going on. So I thought I'll put it out again. It gives you a share of all the papers, the designer series papers in the mini catalog. And I can tell you sometimes till you get it in your hand, it's so different. For instance, that one of those shimmery, textured shimmer paper is just so different. Like till you see it, it's really nice in person. Okay, just a little hat. It's not much of a detail, is it? But it's just something. I think that's just sweet instead of the whole puffin on it. So I hope you like that one. That's our first card done. I'll just give this, get rid of these stamps. The paper share, I'll double, Krista just asked me how much the paper share is, and I just want to get my exact figures. It includes postage and everything, so it's a good question. And I'll show you I had the paperwork and I just, okay, so you get 142 pieces of 6x6 paper. It's $108.50, including tracked shipping. So that's 142 sheets of 6x6. So that's 14 different types of paper. So some sheets, you'll get 12 pieces because just depending on how many variations, like how many designs. So I'd like to give you all the designs. So some will have 12, and like the vellum, you'll get six sheets of 6x6, and it just depends. But I'll pop the link up. Let me just pop the link up while I can. And remember, it's cute, isn't it? The little puffin. All right, thanks for your patience while I clean that up before it becomes one hot mess here. It doesn't take much to become a hot mess in my craft room. All right, next one is, it's this one. Okay. We are using, yeah, I think you guys will like this one. Is this one. A bunny. This one's another cute one. It's got a matching punch. And we'll be using that today. So that's the bundle. So I have got a sweet sorbet card base and a die cut stylish shapes square. This is the whole paper share thing which I had right in front of my nose. So that's all the papers, designs that you're getting. So for our bunny, some cardstock. And it's a photopolymer stamp set, so I like to use my piercing mat. It just gives some cushioning. We will use this little guy. He's cute, and he would go well with the Thanks a Bunch stamp set, which is the freebie one in Sale-A-Bration. So many cute images in this. I just got this last week. There's a little butterfly. There's some Easter eggs. A cute little a flower, what do you call it? A wreath, like a garland. You could put it around her neck. A little birdie, a carrot. So lots of little images that are really cute. So we will stamp our bunny in early espresso. You can use any brown or you have, or whatever color you want. I've even stamped her in now when I first stamped it, it comes like that, and I thought, oh, it's a full image. It's not. It's just an outline. I'm going to color it in a few stamping blends. I'm not going to use all of them, but I just thought I'll pull out only because my I would have used Special Pink, but my light Special Pink is kind of running out. So I've got medium light, and I've got the light. So these are combos. You get two in that, and I've got my dark Petal Pink and my color lifter. I always have my color lifter when I'm coloring. So we'll go in with the light. This is a good bunny color. I'll just do the outline, and then I'll use my brush tip and go right over the whole bunny. So you can make this really, really quick. Krista, you asked a question, do I stamp on normal paper or the watercolor paper? For just this kind of type of for stamping, for coloring, I just stamp on normal our basic white cardstock. We have a basic white cardstock for the card bases, which is what I use. But for stamping, I just use our basic white, unless I am doing watercoloring. Sometimes if I want, we have a shimmer white cardstock, and if I want that kind of effect, I will use it, but probably 99% of most of the time, even more, I would use just basic white, unless I'm watercoloring. We have two types of watercolor cardstock as well. We have a fluid 100, which is a more porous kind of cardstock, and it comes in smaller sheets, like a little bit, probably a bit bigger than this. And then we have our shimmer white, which is A4 sheets, and it's probably a bit thinner than it's thinner than the fluid 100. Well, to my feel, I don't know technically whether it is, but that's just my feel. I did this before. My color lifter, I would have done it on blue before. So don't do what I just did. You'll have a blue bunny, but that's okay. And I didn't learn my lesson. We'll have to lift. We can lift that color up. So I'm just trying to reduce that blue by taking out that color a bit. I'll just add a bit more color here. And while that is doing its magic there, I always like change it to a bit of a, add a bit more shading there. It's not that visible once you do that color lifting. So with the color lifter, once you use it, just let it sit for a few seconds. Anything with the alcohol markers, it just takes a little while to the color to deepen and assess your color after. So now I'm adding, what am I doing? This is dark petal pink. So I'm just where it's like it's under, I'm just adding there. Now I'll go back with the light and try and fix this. And I don't think it's that noticeable, except you guys know it. And to cover that up, I'll bring in a little bit more brown. And you don't have to do this. This is just because I have messed up here. And this is the medium light, but it comes in different colors. Then I'll just blend it out. This is what you call damage control. So I will bring our Easter Bunny punch. And that unlocks, so it locks for storage. And just position it over the bunny, bring it down halfway, so they're happy with where it is, and then just punch it out. So now I'm going to be using this little grassy image. So sometimes it's nice to use those little images. You can make like heaps, like different, like to focus on those little images, even those little flowers in there, the butterfly. There's so much you can do with that stamp set. And my Easter class is coming up in March, mid-March. And I guess we'll be featuring this one for sure. So I'm going to put some grass there. Just thinking, it doesn't matter. I just moved it a bit, but okay, that's better. All right, now for our sentiment, because we're on the birthday sort of thing, but there's no real birthday. But I thought you're a friend like no other. Would be nice to send to a friend for a birthday. You can substitute with another birthday stamp if you want a specific happy birthday sentiment. But if you have sometimes like having sentiments like this, you can use it for other occasions too. And I'm using Sweet Sorbet ink. I'm just stamping there. Because I like my blending and I can't help myself, I'm going to add a bit of mint macaron just at the bottom there for our bunny. And I'm just testing my blending brush. I don't want it to be, I think I might have used some Evening Evergreen or something. I can't remember. Just fills that gap up. All right, now I have, a piece of the Country Floral Designer Series paper. This is 12 by 12 paper, and it's got like really pretty colors. It's got hearts. And you could use it Valentine's, but not all of it's Hassler, and I think it's really, really nice paper. And I love the colors in it. So, and what I have done is die cut this border. It's mint macaron from the Scalloped Contours dies. I will provide all this in your kit. I am using mint macaron, so that ink color that I just stamped in and blended in was mint macaron, and I stamped the sentiment in sweet sorbet. Now, sweet sorbet is one of our in colors for this, which came out last year. Goodness, that year went by. And every year, if you're new to Stampin' Up, Stampin' Up bring out 5 new in colors. So in meaning it's on trend colors. So those in colors last for 2 years. So we've got 5 that will be retiring this year. So every year you'll have 10 at any given time. So Sweet Sorbet will retire next year. So this, so I've just stuck that down. Use whatever glue you like. And I'm going to glue that down. So that's just 14.8 down there. And this was about 5 centimeters. That's generally like how I do. So even I think I had cut that a little bit crooked, but it didn't matter because as if you stick it straight underneath that panel, you can camouflage it. I'm the queen of camouflage. Meow. Dimensionals. That paper is lovely, and it's got balmy blue, and it's like soft colors, so I think that's why I think it's really, really nice. I'm not sure about that bunny, but it's okay. He's cute enough to get away with his little blue on his forehead. He's coordinating with the grass. She is coordinating. So I kind of picked up that petal pink from, you know, from the designer series paper. Yeah, that's cute. Maybe there. So you could make that into an Easter card. Just make it Happy Easter or something if you wanted to change it up. I'm trying to see. It needs a ribbon of some sort. Okay, let's put some of this burlap. This is my newfound favorite. He's getting old. The bunny's getting older. Got a bit of gray. Just go with it. Go with the grays. You know, when you don't start a ribbon, when you don't start a bow right, it's just wrong all the way. I felt that one wasn't happening. Okay, and then I will make it a little bit smaller. Just trying to make it. Oh, what? Let's see where I want it. There. Oh, maybe there. In that case, I'll make it a little bit smaller. we need a glue dot. And now this is Melon Mambo, I think. So I'm going to change it up and change it to Sweet Sorbet with my blend so you can color it up. So if you've got a shade, you can make it just a bit darker. So it nicely coordinates with your project. I've got one, medium, and small. So it's very slight, if you can see. Might be catching the light, so it's hard to see. But I've just changed it up. It's very slight, but it's gone from Melon Mambo now, and it's now Sweet Sorbet. And it's nice to have that coordination. Just there. Looks like looks like droppings there. Okay, we'll put it there. Okay, right. All right, envelope. We could stamp our little bunny in early espresso. You can color it if you want to. I'm not going to. Only if you're using your blends when you're coloring on an envelope, just a note, put some a scrap piece of paper in there so your color doesn't go through to the back section of your envelope. That's all. And that's our, for the inside. Do I have some? I got a whole heap of inside for the paper just before, and think I can find any now. I've probably been stamping madly. Sometimes I just cut mine into just a basic quarter, the paper, and have it as easy to stamp on in when I want, for even not only for the bases or anything like that, but it's just handy to have in a smaller section ready to go. But not today. Not today. Okay, so we can stamp your bunny, and I might stamp it. And so I've already got ink on this, and I'm just going to stamp it in the middle. It's the second stamping, so I've stamped off on the envelope in full, and it's just like a watermark on there. So you can write around it or write on it even. It will show for something just a little bit different. Depends how much like you like to write to. I'm not much of a writer on cards. If you want, you can just say, "Dear Love." So that's our second card done. We're up to number 2. Did you like the tip about the color, Krista? Coloring your blends with your blends. the next card we're going to do is going to have another bird, but it's the songbird. So this one's from a annual catalog. It's a bundle from the annual catalog. And I did quite a few cards with that. So if you want some inspiration, just check it out. Just type in Songbird Builder when you search on my blog, and you'll find a whole host of stuff. So it's this stamp set and a punch, which is MIA. No, it's not. All right, that's the punch. So that's the punch you can get for free right now. It's like a Sale-A-Bration offering, and it's free with a night. You can choose it if you want, free with a $90 order. So that's a good value. The punches, I always say, punches are good. I like punches. So I have got a fresh freesia card base. This is the Favored Flowers Designer Series paper, and a frame or a label that I've cut from the Scallop Contours dies. So that's the same die set I cut that border for the previous card. It has some great like label sort of thing, so it's good. You like the tip about the stamp on an envelope? Yeah, it's a bit something. Well, because it happened to me with the coloring. Yeah, so Fresh Freesia will be retiring in April. So if you want, with the in colors, once the retiring list is going to come out in April, for early April, the in colors generally are the first to sell out. So I always recommend that if you want ink pads, ink refills, cardstock, anything like that, get it. Don't wait. Just if you like the color, get it, because they will go. It's just what's happened in the past, and the inks and ink refills will always get swept up, because it's just with the ink colors, that's what generally happens when the retiring list goes on. But we know that that's going, and if it's something you like, it's worthwhile you getting it now, because you're going to get freebies anyway. So it's just better for you that you get those things now and get some free product as well while you're at it. So I've got the tree branch, some leaves. I've got my bird. Now, I'm having some trouble with this because I need to give it a wash. So just going to use a wet wipe. Sometimes with the photopolymer stamps, they get a bit like, it feels a bit like a sticky, and then it doesn't stick to the block. So just give it a bit of a wash. All right, and then we've got some eyes. Now these eyes, they're tiny, tiny. So you've got like just like closed eyes, and I like them because I think they look softer. They look sweeter, I think, those little eyes. That's my preference. So I have got mint macaron, no, mossy meadow, and I want crumb cake. I think that's what I want. Let me see. Where's my crumb cake? We can put any brown there, it doesn't matter. It's just for the trunk of the tree. Yeah, let's use the one we had before. It doesn't matter. We'll just use early espresso. Might as well. So, and if ever you wonder, like sometimes you go, how is this meant to sit and whatever, and how are the leaves meant to go on the tree? Just look at, generally you will get some sort of idea with the stamps case. It might help you. Sometimes you don't know. Then I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. And why Mossy Meadow? I'm just picking up some color from here. This is the Favorite Flowers Designer Series paper, free with the $90 order. You get 12 sheets of 12 by 12. So I'm just kind of going with those colors just to make my life a little bit easier. Then we got Fresh Freesia, which I'm going to use for my bird. So now I know when I stamp this bird, just because I have worked with this bird before, just kind of, you have to angle it in a way so you get that bird. So I'm just going to be stamping it weirdly in a funny angle. So sometimes you can always cut your cardstock, which I have done when I stamp. So I'm just trying to see how it's going to fall. Sort of, and I still will see. Sometimes I have to still cut it out, but it just helps. And see, it's still not, so I'll just trim that edge off. I stamped it a bit too high. And then just again position. Now, I don't know, like when I first got this stamp set, I assumed this was a wing, but it's meant to be that. But I like that sort of being white, so I will punch that out separately, and I still use it as a wing because I felt that it looked fine, so I will use it as a wing, and even though it's not meant to be like that. And that's the beauty with crafting, you can do what you like. All right, so those are the eyes with early espresso. Now for the wing, I'm going to use some shimmer paper, which is in Fresh Freesia. So this comes in a pack. I will show you. So it's that. And you get, oh no, that's not the one. That's another one. And I'm keeping all my specialty paper together just so I remember to use it. So you get, which is Soft Succulent, I think, or maybe that's mint macaron. It's a goldy color. Looks really nice. And the Fresh Freesia. So I must have played with the bird before. I can't even remember. Anyway. So I'm just going to cut that out of that. So we could do that like that. Let's get a dimensional and just put that on our wing. Well, what I'm calling a wing. I just felt it looked better. It's cute. And I might just see whether to color that after. I might leave it white, the little beak and all that. But then we'll put our little bird there. So for the sentiment, you have like a variety there. You can see welcome. So it's like, it can be a little baby card, or you could do even like a, say if you have a birdhouse, then you can do a welcome to the neighborhood card. You could do, there's congratulations. A little bird told me, you could say, it's a special day. A little bird told me you've got something to celebrate. So a bit of mix and matching there. So we're going to have a little bird told me it's your special day. So again, on the birthday theme, but you can change it up. It gives you a bit of options. With this stamp set, just be wary. Watch out for your eyes, that you don't lose the little eyes. They're so tiny. They can easily get lost. I like the music notes. I bought this for probably mainly for the music notes. I just love it. So so it's your special day we've got there. And then we've got this one. Okay, a little bird told me. So we're just going to be doing some stamping here directly onto our label panel there. All right. So for balance, I'll put him there. And then we may go in maybe some mossy meadow. Do you like this stamp set? It's a cute little one. Okay, so I'll do It's Your Special Day in Mossy Meadow, just for changing it up a bit. Put some dimensionals on our little bird. If you want, I would probably put a little one there, so just cut it up and put, just in case if you're sending it in the mail, the last thing you want is like to just something heavy to fall on it, and then you get a little bit of a kink in it. Oh, it's cute. All right, so we will bring in our designer series paper, but I feel either my card's too big or my paper's too small. Now my card's fine, my paper's too small. So back to the drawing board with the paper. Maybe I pulled the wrong one out, I reckon. Yeah, that's better. I cut the right side. And we'll get some ribbon, which you will get this in your kit. So I will include that for you. This is fresh freesia ribbon. So with our colors, it's just easier. Just pick the same colors. It helps. You don't have to, but it just helps. Thanks, Alana. You said it's cute and you love the colors. I've just gone with the designer series paper today. It's helping me along. And I brought out some of the, not the older, it's not even a year old, but sometimes that's what I said, like, because I'm creating so much, I kind of forget about certain stamp sets, and it's good to revive them, get them out of the cupboard. This ribbon, you get it in all the current, like not the current, the 2021 to 2023. So the ones that will be retiring this year. You get them in all those colors. So soft succulent, evening evergreen, fresh freesia, pale papaya, and I'll always forget one. It is polished pink. It ties really well. I was going to put it there. Maybe I'll put it there. I should have tested the size of the boho before. Make sure it's not covering that sentiment. Maybe here against the green might be nice. I like him. They're her. I keep saying him. I don't know. All right. Yeah. We'll use the fresh freesia dots here. So you'll get some designer series paper that is in that color scheme from this pack, but it'll be one of those nice papers. Do you like that? How do you like that? Let's see. Let's fix our envelope and the inside of our card. Now you can put basic white if you like inside this card, but if it's a lighter color, I don't tend to do that too much, because the card is a lighter color, so you can write on it. You think this is your favorite color, Krista? The fresh freesia? Well, you'll have to get all the stuff then for it before it goes. It's fast becoming a favorite. It's good. Good you met it before it left. It's a pretty purple, like a lilac, isn't it? And I have stuff that crooked. But I will fix that after. You know my trick with the heat gun. But there's another thing you can do, And I will show you, actually. I will show you what I do sometimes. This is another way I fix things like that when I'm wonky. And also another way to use your scraps. This is the Rochelle, no, not that. The Rochelle fixing iCard. So depends on how you're going to do it. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit more time, but sometimes as I see things, I like to show you that what I do, and it might give you some ideas or what to do, and that things happen to me and as well as like just as anybody else, and how I fix things. So it's crooked on both sides. It's crooked, right? So the way to fix that is bring in 2 straight pieces on either side. So, or if it's like you cut it crooked and so it's crooked on one side, you can bring a straight piece of cardstock on one side. So like you can use the heat gun and get it off, but this also gets rid of some of your scraps and it gives a nice finish. So multi-purpose trick. My card making hacks. And you can bump that right up there or even bring it in so you can see a bit of the purple. And so you can still see it, but it just gives a nice border. And no one would know anything. And then I would mimic that on my envelope. So there's consistency. And so these pieces it's no big deal using it because they're just bits and pieces hanging around. And it's a good way for you to get rid of things. And I know I take a little bit of time sometimes doing this, but it's good to show you. I mean, you probably have great ideas with this, so you might have done this already. If you don't want to wing it, you can measure your envelope and do it. And because I want to keep it the same as my inside of the card, I'll just do this. I know it's a little bit more work, but it gives you a nice finish. So there's our 3rd card done. And now that all balances out well with the mossy meadow little strips there as well. So who can guess what my 4th one is? We're on cutesy, and there's been a cute one lately. Can you have a guess what I'm going to do? While I put away my little songbird And I'll be making sure I check all my stamps are there after. Krista, 100 points. Ding, ding, ding. You got it right. The owl. That's the one. The owl. How cute are they? I'm not in general. You would think I am a cutesy person, but I'm more a florals person. But I think, I don't know, I've been doing a lot of cutesy ones lately. And I've been liking these owls. You know. All right, so again, fresh freezer. I must have been in a fresh freezer mood. And this is the Dainty Designs Designer Series paper from the mini catalog, from the Sale-A-Bration catalog. So it's a freebie, 48 sheets of 12 by 12. And this is pale papaya. I have die cut a circle, so you'll get all these die cut, you'll get all these pieces in your kit. And it'll be all ready to go with you when you place an order. So I'm going to use this one. I haven't used this one yet. I've been intending to use the one that's in flight. So party hats must have been the go today. With our puffins and well, I didn't actually check whether this would fit, but let's see. And if not, we can just do partial. Yeah. Ooh, that's just. That's good. So let's get some blends. So I'm getting light fresh freesia and dark fresh freesia. And we'll go with pale papaya. So these guys will be retiring this year. We've only got a month or 6 weeks left of them. And what color shall I do my owl? Maybe I'll bring some of the colors we used before, apart from the petal pink, so that if you had to purchase them, you just need to get like one lot. We'll see. It depends what goes though, but we'll just see. I want him a little bit more brown though. We'll try and see. So I'm using medium light at the moment. So it's those tones of pale papaya. So the circles have been cut using the layering circles dies. Just brought in a medium pen, which I didn't use before. These remind me of like coffee color. So I'm just trying to match up the colors. I may do the hat with the Blackberry Bliss just for some brightness. And then I'll go back in here with a bit of this darker color, which is a medium, just to, it's like under there. So adding a bit of shading. And really with the owl, you can have anything. I don't know where that this goes, but I'm just going with it. I've done it in like grays and blues and pinks and it's got a sweet face, so it kind of anything goes. And I'll bring in my lighter, medium light here, and try and shade it up a bit. So these are natural tone stamping blends I've used here. So use whatever you've got for this part. I'm kind of just using a bit of this and that, but you can always work with the colors you have. I might bring in a bit of bronze for if it wants to play with me. Getting it from my, I haven't, just thinking for maybe for the feet. It's a bit of a darker sort of color. And the beak. So try to balance that out. I have to do the eyes still. Let's go. I always worry because I go, once the eyes are done, it could be really hideous. So, okay, go with the medium light, and then it brings him to life. Yeah, I like it. And I am, okay, that'll do. And now for our hat, let's go with just matching up with the designer series paper. And the dark pale papaya. If you go a second time, it'll get darker. So, right there. Owl's looking alive now. And I think it needs a little bit of that purple paper inside there. A bit of a strip of paper there to balance out. Like something too much checkies. That's a piece I just cut. That's one I decorated an envelope with, and I've got a bit left over. I will have proper measurements. So for you purchase the class and you'll get the measurements. I know I have shared with my newsletter subscribers the last two classes, but for this class, I will have for those who purchase the class. But newsletter subscribers always get a tutorial a week. And this time I will have two because I did miss out last week's one. I keep tabs on myself, but I don't send it. I go, okay. And I'll trim that down. All right, so then I'm going to add some ribbon onto this, and I'm thinking I'll use the pale papaya ribbon. Oh, no, first the ribbon. I'm jumping ahead of myself with the gluing today. I'm really happy with the glue. I'm just pale papaya, or maybe, yeah, we'll do pale papaya, something a little bit different. We did fresh freeze on the other one. All right, so you can glue these two together. Ordering special goes through till Sunday, so if you want, you can order online. The host code's there, or you can, if your order is over 250, don't use the host code. You're going to get stamping rewards, but if your order is over 250, I would also recommend that you please think about the starter kit, because you're going to get better value for yourself with that starter kit right now. As generally it is better value, but right now it's even better value because you're going to get lots of product. It's your choice what you get, but you're going to get heaps and heaps of that. So if you want to know more about it, just ask me. But, if your order is that amount, I definitely recommend that. Let's get our dimensionals. And if you're buying heaps of Stampin' Up products already, or craft supplies, it's definitely worth it. What? Now, a sentiment will go with hoot hoot, you're so cute, or it's your day. We should do hoot hoot, it's your day. Let's see. Have I even used hoot hoot? I'm going to do hoot hoot and mix and match sentiments. So you will get some scrap cardstock, or whatever cardstock. I will give you the cardstock. Now you need to do this. You can do it with ink, but you need to mark off. But I'm going to do it with Stampin' Right markers. And I'm going to do it with a darker Stampin' Right marker, which is the Highland Heather, which is a tone of purple. Sorry, I just knocked that up. And with rubber, you can do this with any stamp, but I find it works better with your rubber cling stamps, right? So I'm just going to mark on that hoot hoot. I'm just going to actually draw on that using my Stampin' Right markers. And you don't do this with your alcohol markers, so which is our stamping blends, because it won't wash off. You use your Stampin' Right markers are water-based. You can just clean it. And then when you do this, you just half on it with like breath, hot breath will just activate it. And then, right, you're going to get that. So you're getting a partial. You can mask it with like washi tape or something as well. That's another option. So I'm just going to make this a little bit more fun and cut this apart. Just freehand. You can watercolor with Stampin' Up markers because they are water-based. Okay, so I'm cutting that apart. And then I'm going to go It's Your Day. I do the It's Your Day in Tuxedo Black on. Trying to think, maybe I'll do it on a cracked piece of fresh freesia. So tie it all in. I'll give you all these little bits and pieces. I'm cutting it a little bit bigger because I want to use one of our new punches. And with the punch, you just need a bit of space to something to hold on to. And even this might be a bit tricky. So it's called the Happy Labels punch. It cuts like a ticket border, and it's also got like a perforated kind of border. So I've given myself a bit of space there. I am going to do that. Maybe I'll do the ticket border. I don't need that much. But when you turn it around, then you can see where they're punching it like that. And then this is where it gets a little bit tricky because you have to get your fingers in there. Oops. You can use Post-it notes, but then again, I might just leave that, make it easier for me. Just do one side. I used the little, the other one before. That was really cute too. So, cut that down. And maybe we'll just put that there. Or there. Just bump it up against that edge. And then we'll put the hood up there on an angle. And just giving a little bit of a border, add something. So put some dimensionals. And I think it's better there. We can just put a bit of glue on the side. I'll just leave it near it because it might get lost against that background because it's a busy background. So I've just put a little bit of glue on the right-hand side. And then we'll do the same. That's our little owl card. Now I'm going to use for this card, I might go with the darker, yeah, that's Gorgeous Grape. That's a darker purple, but I think it might just lift the colors up a bit. It's not the same, but sometimes it's nice to bring in a different shade. And then if you put it on that pattern paper, it'll stand out. Maybe I'll move that there. Yeah. Okay, so that's done. And we just need to do our envelope. As always, I like to finish it off. And that paper's pretty too. Got lots of fresh freesia in that pack. And if you do call me to place an order, I don't answer. It's not because I am ignoring you. It's just I am at work. I will definitely call you when I get back home. But please leave your name and a message. And if you haven't contacted me before, please leave a message. I will call you back. This is my second job. So I do work in a school, so I can come. I'm unable to take your call in the day. I would love to help you. If you need a hand ordering, don't stress over the internet or the online if you don't want to do it. I will do it. And a little bit on the side, I think. Okay. Then it all, and we'll go over all our cards, and you can tell me what you liked, which one you like best. What is there a layout that you like, perhaps, that really, I need a bit of a bigger piece, that you liked? Is there something that you might try out from this class? I showed you a few different sets, so hopefully something you liked. Cutesy lot. And we've got one more class to go. So this is our third in the series. So if you've missed the other two, make sure you go back and check it out. You can catch it on YouTube, and you can get it on Facebook as well. We've got one more to go in a couple of weeks. It's been great. I've loved it. Really got my birthday card stash up. So that's our last card, right? Number 4. So let's go back and see what we did. Back to the let's start at the very beginning. Here we are. Okay. First one we did was Party Puffins with the Designer Daydream. I might have just made some designer series paper there. Paper from the annual catalogue. And I've die cut it with the decorated rectangles and some petal pink ribbon. And that was our first card using the Party Puffins. The next one we did was with our little bunny, which went a little bit grey, but with the Country Floral paper and a bit of blending and stamping blends there. Nice layout. You're going to get all that, so you just have to stamp and punch out your bunny, and you can substitute that with anything you have. And then our third one is our bird card, using the Favored Flowers Designer Series paper and our Songbird Builder Punch, which you can get for free right now with a $90 order during Sale-A-Bration. So that was one, and I gave you some tips on using some scrappy pieces. And our last one is a firm favorite during Sale-A-Bration. Our adorable owls using the Dandy Designs, another Sale-A-Bration freebie. And you can get all these kits. Mine is like, I will give you all the die cuts, everything to create these cards and the designer series paper in a kit with your order of $90 placed before Sunday or by Sunday, end of day Sunday, midnight, whatever it is. And orders of 150, you are going to get a full pack of these embellishments, this opaque adhesive back. I'll give you a full pack to work, and you'll have heaps. You can see I just cracked it open for this, and there's heaps and heaps left over. So you trying to see, you get 240 gems in that. So really good value. If you want to order the paper share, go online, register for it, and I will you will be advised how to pay for that and how you will be invoiced for that. So still got time for that. I will go back, and then you can, and I will bring myself in here so you don't get my phone, and that's my setup, you can see. So anything like that, please contact me. I can help you out. You're welcome, Alana. I'm glad you liked it, and I hope you can try something out. What was your favorite? You like, Krista, you like the songbird was your favorite? I think that's because it was fresh freesia. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I'm so glad that you were able to spend this time with me. I realize it's a working night, and everyone has got so much to do, so I'm really so glad that you joined me. Thanks, everyone. Don't forget the ordering special. I will put that up. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, do so. I've got lots of fun things up there, and I share tutorials and things with you. So have a great week. I will catch up with you next week, guys. God bless. Bye-bye.